Intro lang. Check. Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy Chris Bacula. Welcome to Chris Bacula Comedy Podcast, and this episode is brought to you by Chandio's Authentic Pakistani Cuisine. Order your lunch, dinner, and pulutan using the link below this video description. And today, we have a very special guest again, my good friend and very professional and very effective doctor of regenerative medicine, Dr. Joseph Lee.
Hello again, Chris. Are you sure you want to really interview me again?
Yes,
For
Doc.
the second time?
Oo naman, Doc. Kasi Doc, yung first putol eh.
Okay.
Oo, kaya kailangan natin gawan ng part 2.
Alright. So this is not for certain reason of another that you need to interview for some questions that you failed to answer.
May mga hindi
So
ako
I failed
natanong.
to answer or you failed to ask me?
Hindi, you answer all of the question. You've answered all of the questions before kasi putol eh.
Okay.
Hindi na-include dun sa episode eh.
Inedit niya sarili, no?
Oo. Kasi medyo hard-hitting yung mga tanong nun
Ay,
eh.
ganon. Sige.
So, Doc, before tayo mag-start, kasi ito yung hindi ko natanong sa inyo last time eh, yung Empire Center for Regenerative Medicine.
Okay. So what does the meaning represent? Actually, the clinic is Singapore-based. All right. So we are international. It is fortunate that they took me in as one of their senior consultants for the fact that I previously did some stint in Singapore for my fellowship training. Probably that those are the criteria they got my credentials. But what we do here is basically aesthetics and regenerative and rejuvenation of the reason why I am here because of problems of men with regards to erectile dysfunction. ED.
Yan. So, dun yung
Bakit
focus.
ka nakatingin sa akin na ED?
ED. Kasi, Doc, yung ED, hindi masyadong pinag-uusapan yan eh. Sa mga kalalaki.
Noon, pero ngayon pinag-usapan
Ngayon, no?
na. Oo.
I mean, sa age ko, yung mga kabatch ko na 35 going to 40s, medyo in denial kami dyan eh.
Your age group, you don't talk about erectile dysfunction. But you talk about a lot of erections.
Erections and mga sexual encounters, ganyan.
We will not be cut for some Okay.
Although, Doc, sa age namin, I'm sure merong nakaka-experience ng some sort of ED. Early onset.
Yes. You have that classification, Chris, wherein it is physiologic. When you say physiologic, it's temporary for certain reason of indications like stress, anxiety, trauma for certain reasons that it affected mentally, your mental health. So, so transitory, there is a transient difficulty of erection with regards to the male. Especially during the last 2 years of pandemic, we had a lot of cases here.
Of erectile dysfunction.
Erectile dysfunction, especially for age group of 40 to 50. You believe that? Yes.
Yes, Doc. Oo, I am a witness to it. Kanina lang, di ba? Si Sir.
Yeah.
Nakakatuwa na for almost 2 years na hindi niya nakikita si...
Oh, it's hard for some individuals, especially prepared men with a lot of ego and pride on it, diba? Because you have to really take note that, Chris, that is a metal, that is your fundamental, award-winning
Asset. Oo.
Diba? Pag wala yan, wala ka. Diba? Can you imagine your penis leaving you if you're 40 years old?
Dinidread ko yung...
Diba?
Dinidread ko, Doc, yung day na yon na mangyari yon.
Oh, we have patients that come to us and consultation. As you probe into the history, they will tell you. The next day they woke up, wala na siya.
Hindi na gumagana.
As in, walang erection. It's flaccid.
Even if you stimulate pa siya, wala
Yes.
na. Oh.
So that's scary part, di ba?
Oo, yung ini-stimulate na, wala na.
Oo. And, okay, you you take it with the consideration that like for one day, 24 hours, okay. Pero paano pag next day, ganun pa rin? And the day after, and months and years, it will even be worse.
Oo, nakaka-add yun ng
Oh, yes.
mental stress, no? I can just imagine that, Doc. So, usually, Doc, ng mga patients, ganun yung concern nila pag lumalapit sa inyo.
Yes, okay. Now, you have to take note that when you go to a specialist clinic like us, urology, we have medications, the pill, the blue pill, we call that, sildenafil. A lot has been in the market, a lot has been prescribed, but sometimes it doesn't work for some individuals, even given a certain dose, a certain period of taking the medication. So these are patients that we handle in our clinic here.
Pero Doc, pag ganyan na may ED, kailangan i-diagnose nyo muna sila na talaga may ED kasi baka mamaya may psychological factors lang.
Yes, so talagang ED talaga, no? So, like, you have to classify them if this is a temporary setback. When you say temporary setback, nagkataon lang.
Oo.
But they still have the erection. So, it's easily corrected in that way. But yung meron mga comorbidity or metabolic problems like diabetes, hypertension, CVS, patients who have undergone stroke, mild stroke, or even paraplegia, paralysis, those are the things that you need to consider. They are those subset of patients that we either treat or not treat because there are some reasons that it is untreatable for some. No, we do not give them false hope.
Tama.
Diba? You have to tell them.
Oo.
Hindi siya mag-work, sir, because of these conditions and your other conditions, your so forth and so forth.
So, ang pinaka-best thing talaga, Doc, is yung yung pag-alaga earlier pa lang sa stage ng buhay nyo para kung sakali mangyari yung ED, hindi ganun kalala.
Anong ibig ko sabihin ng alaga? Alaga in the sense that, okay, lagi ko minsan sinasabi, Chris, you have to be conscious about that you have something there that is very important to you. Not only when it comes to the sexual performance, but of course, to your anatomical parts, no? So, when you take a bath, when you wake up in the morning, you have to take a few minutes of time and to take a look.
Examine.
Oh, kamusta mo? Hello.
Tama.
How are you? Bakit di ka nag-erect? Ganon.
Malinis ka pa bang tignan?
Malinis ka ba? Bakit lumiliit ka? Ganon.
Wala ka ba mga warts, di ba?
Yan. Bakit parang umiba yung kulay mo? Those things. Bakit ganyan ka?
Yun, Doc, yung natutunan ko kay Dr. Jaime Soco kasi nung that time na trinate niya ako, pinashave niya yung pubic hair ko para ma-assess yung whole groin area kung may something unusual.
Because most of the time, those sexually transmitted infection, like you say, warts, they are more or less kept in those areas that more moist and areas that are more hidden doon sa groin area.
And akala ng mga iba normal lang yun na magkaroon ng growth ng something dun sa area na yun, pero hindi dapat magkakaroon.
Kasi pag hindi ka conscious, pababayaan mo. So what do you mean by hindi ka conscious? You don't take a look at your John. Parang wala lang, dyan lang, take a ba. Pero minsan kasi, tingnan mo rin siya. Up and down, look at it. Minsan sabihin nila, Dok, ang weird naman, titingnan namin, dyan lang naman nakakabit yan. No, you take a look. Kasi baka may something na dyan, magulantang ka na lang the next day, you see it.
Oo. Tapos, yung Doc, yung friend kong taga-Pfizer na medrep, yung warts nga niya, nandun na sa loob nung nung urethra.
Lumaki na
sa loob. Na kailangan niya ng minor surgery.
Yes. So, yun na nga sinasabi ko. Then, kung kailan mo natuklasan, then the weirdest thing or the weirdest history that you will tell your doctor when we ask you is like, saan mo na, alam mo yon. At parang unbelievable yung mga stories mo just to protect yourself from for some certain shame or whatever.
Oo nga.
Meron akong pasyente, alam mo, Chris, sabi ko, kwento ko sa'yo, sabi niya, Doc, nagkaroon ako ng tulo. We divert to from wart to gonorrhea.
Okay.
Meron akong tulo. Like, saan mo nakuha yan? Paggising ko kasi. Paggising ko lang, then nag-masturbate ako nagkatulo.
Wait!
Alam mo, sabi ko, my God! Saan mo nakuha yan? Sabi ko, gusto ko masabihin, anong libro yan? Hindi ko yata naaral din sa medisina. Nagising ka na, nagkatulo ka na. Diba? Parang, are you in the denial
stage?
Or are you just telling me na, Doc, I'm very good. Haven't done anything.
Mm-mm.
You know, you have those funny stories, but of course, you have to really probe on them. Ako lagi kasi naman, talaga lang saan ka nakakita? Alam mo, sasabihin ko sa kanya, hindi ko pa nababasa yan sa talang buhay. Ngayon ko lang nakita. Siguro, you're one of the rare cases. So,
Dok, pero innate yung ganyang ugali sa mga kalalakihan no? Yung, meron kaming tayong disconnect sa reality. Kasi feeling natin, malaki yung edits ko, mas malaki siya sa iba. Ay, hindi ako nagloloko yun, ako hindi ako nagloloko.
Alam mo ako pag sinasabihan na ganyan, sabi ko, really prove it.
Mm-mm.
How, Doc? May ruler dyan, no? Sa'yo.
Sukatin
Wag
natin.
Wag na. Hindi,
Diba?
prove it. Hindi ko alam
Oo.
I will not touch it. You measure it and show it to me.
Mm-mm.
Lagi sinasabi because there is that it's not really an issue, but it's a matter of pride nga sinasabi ko in the system of men na sasabihin niya, I have big dicks, I have big penis. So talaga, ikaw nang malaki, ikaw na si Tarzan, ikaw na ang
Tama. I never cheated.
I never cheated, it just came and
tama. Pero normally hindi man normal kalimitan ng mga lalaki na friends ko na may mga asawa, meron silang double life sa beer house or sa masus na may extra service.
You know, you have to look at it is how contented are you with married life? Cheating kasi has reasons.
Tama.
We're not being philosophical about it, no. We're not being a good marital counselor or whatever.
Oo.
But there must be reason. Bakit?
Yes. Tama.
Napeste ka sa naging wife mo.
Mm-mm.
Gusto mo lang mag-relieve ng stress sa trabaho mo.
Di na okay yung sex
pwede
life.
mo namang gawin sa bahay. Bakit sa iba?
Oo.
Papamasahe. Anong mo, intention mo? Hindi mo pa natapos ang pagka-single mo, life mo. You get what I mean?
Or di na pag-uusapan ng mag-asawa kasi parang tabu daw kunwari.
Pwede rin yun.
Nahihiya sila kasi baka mag-iba yung tingin sa kanya ng misis na parang, baka pag tinali ko si misis kasi gusto ko ng mga BDSM, baka iba na yung tingin.
No, that is why I always say, to my couples that I see na, you always tend to look at each one's sexual fantasy.
Yan.
Have you ever heard about it? Parang tatanungin mo yung girlfriend mo or yung future wife mo, anong gusto mong gawin ko sa'yo? Magugulat yun. Anong gusto mong gawin? They will have sex. No. Beyond sex.
Fetish.
What? Yeah, yung
What's your fetish?
What is your fetish? Then, I will tell you what is my fetish.
Walang judgment dapat.
Ay, walang judgment.
Oo.
Walang parang, you do that.
Parang, gusto mo ng threesome? Ayoko niyan.
No. Then, from there, you check or you parang erase those things that you cannot do, she cannot do, and you cannot do. Then you compromise.
Yeah.
There is diba, the word compromise. Once you compromise, out of the 10 na sinabi mo rin, baka 5 doon, pwede kayo.
O doable tong 5 to, gawin natin.
Yes, pwede ka.
Oo.
Kasi there is no shaming in that aspect at hindi kita binabastos.
Tama.
Binabastos saan, Chris? Sa sexuality mo. Because you do not permit that. When you do not permit that to your sexuality, there is no perpetuation of you as an individual. Even as a married couple.
Oo.
Parang hindi ka binabastos, hindi ka nababiolate those words that are coming in. You know, parang you become hostile to your partner, to your wife because
Oo.
of that.
Because you can't say it straight to their face na ito pala gusto
diba?
mo.
Minsan, I do not like it. Okay, example we can say it naman, no, yung
Oo.
BJ.
Blowjob.
Parang, Dok, sasabihin ng ibang pasyente, Dok, kasi ayaw ko, gusto ng husband ko, ayaw ko, hindi ako marunong. I might not do it the same way that he watches the porn. Bakit? Kailangan mo gayahin ng porn? You're not a porn star.
Tama.
Hindi, pero parang di ko yatang kaya. It's not innate in me because of the culture that I was brought up. And you say it to your
Husband. Oo.
Then you compromise. Anong pwede mong gawin?
Oo.
Siguro pag hindi ka marunong mag-BJ, marunong ka naman maghawak.
Masturbate mo na lang,
Oo,
no?
di ba?
Habang hinawakan mo yung itlog.
Oo, di ba? And mag-costume ka, mag-anime ka. Di ba? Makakatuwa ka yung asawa mo.
Tama, oo.
Oo nga, naisip ko, di pwede yun.
Tama.
You do things that are, like, innovative in a way that it would not be boring. Kasi when you talk about, you asked me, Chris, when you talk about sex performance in the realm of the enclosure of the bedroom, meron yang there is privacy, there is wildness, there is conservativeness, there is fantasy going on. But conservative, ibig sabihin, yun lang gagawin.
Missionary lang.
Oo.
Tapos na.
Sabihin, higa na ako. Tapos na, go.
Tulog.
Tapos na.
Parang Doc, alam mo yung Scorpio Nights nung araw na pelikula? Yung kay Daniel Fernando.
That is sensual.
'Di ba?
I watched that.
Kasi 'di ba yung security guard doon na asawa nung laging tulog na babae? Ganun lang ginagawa niya, routine eh. Pag uwi, kakain, sex yung asawa, tulog. Tapos the next day. So parang yung naboboso sa taas, si Dan Fernando ba yung naboboso? Siya ngayon yung yung umenter doon, mas makisig siya kasi bata pa lang siya, di ba?
But when you see that the one that is peeping Tom is seemingly perverted, but he feels that is sensual to him. Parang nakasilip siya. Kahit na yung isa parang wala lang, parang
normal lang to.
pero nasa-sense So parang sa kanya, when somebody is doing that, parang iniisip niya, I can do better. Alam mo yun?
Tama.
Alam mo yun? That is why, ito marinig yung mga yung mga sinasabi nyo na bakit nang bababae ang mga asawa ninyo. Kasi nga, repetitions tends to be very, boring.
Boring, tama.
Sometimes when you do things that are interactive, or very innovative, it tends to trigger some sensuality. Alam mo, sensual pleasure. Bakit ka nakaganyan? Wala lang. Kaya mo lang di ka pansinin. Papansinin ka niyan. Diba? Minsan sasabihin ka ng wife, pinasuot ako ng lace. Pula-pula. Hindi ako sumusot ng ganyan. Ang pula-pula, mukha akong Christmas wrapper. Pero mamaya konti, makikita mo yung partner mo, lalapit yan. Because there is already visual, sensual pleasure.
Tama.
Yung mga sensuality ng tao kasi, hindi lang naman sound eh. You have vision, hear, touch, and all of that. And of course, the complete act itself. Sometimes you do the act, hindi naman perfecto. Hindi naman lahat perfecto. Ikaw ba, believe ka perfecta? You do the act perfect from the beginning to the end? Hindi.
Kaya nga mahalaga, you always ask. You have a conversation on how you want to do it.
Minsan sasabihin, then once you have that, then you have to, you have to what? Have the perfect environment to complement that, diba? Close light,
music,
light open, dim light, music. Pag naman music, may baksi ayaw music, gusto mo maingay, di ba? Gusto mo man naririnig ako, nababastos ka. May iba ganun, di ba?
Gusto mo may nanonood sa'yo.
Minumura ka. May iba ganun.
May ganun, Doc, yung mga dirty talk.
Minumura ka, may iba ganun.
Nag-role-playing pa nga yung mga iba.
Yes. So, depende, no. Ibig ko sabihin, as as you innovate yourself, then your partner probably won't tend to look for somebody who can do that.
Oo.
Kasi once you satisfy the fantasy, diba? I was telling you a while ago, what makes you tick? What is your fantasy? That is the first thing that you ask. It's never been done by, I think, some couples, or not all couples do that.
No, not everyone.
I don't know, ikaw experience mo. Have you ever asked?
Na
Hindi, yung even your friends, wala. 'Di ba?
tabu, Dok, eh.
Bihira eh.
Oo.
Tanungin mo sa mga kaibigan, ikaw, marami kang kaibigan na babae, tatanong mo, ikaw, what fancy do you, fancy,
Oo,
Ano
mahirap.
sasabihin niya? Chris, ang bastos mo.
Oo, bastos mo naman.
Ano ba gusto mo may mangyari?
Oo.
Wala tinatanong ko lang.
Napaka-disrespectful mo sa mga babae. Parang ganun,
This is,
oo.
But, the question is already a initial sensual pleasure to the person.
Mhm.
Believe me.
I believe you.
Because I learned that
Oo.
in abroad. Believe me.
Ayaw din.
Ikaw ba nga sasabihin, hindi ka ba na, example hindi ka ba na lilibukan?
Mm.
Bigla lang.
Mm.
Ang tatanong, hindi magre-react, bakit mo tinanong yan?
Mm.
Diba?
Tama.
Bato ka ba? Bigla sasabihin ng babae, bakit tinanong mo yan, Chris?
Mm.
So, ibig sabihin, there is already attention. There is starting attention. Diba? Because those are sexual phrases or words.
Minsan kasi mali din ng mga ibang guys, Dok, eh. Sobrang silang straightforward na ang pangit na nung dating sa girl. Na ang girl open naman sila sa sex, pero yung dating ng guy kasi masyadong straightforward na
No, you tend to end it. Okay. There are people who can manage that. There are people who can accept being straightforward. There are people you open up slowly.
oo.
Then go and cliff up. Alam mo 'yon?
Tama. Papalimbotin mo muna yung karne.
Parang kunyari then you start talking, then papasok sila sa conversation.
Mm.
Then you say na, oo nga pala, no? Kaya minsan sasabihin mo, ako kasi this is my belief, disclaimer, baka hindi, I'm not saying I'm on all null. Minsan sasabihin na, I am so conservative.
Really?
How conservative are you? Let's talk about things na baka malabas ko sa yung
Oo.
tigress in you.
Minsan pa nga, Dok, yung mga ganyan na parang conservative ko na yung peg sa society.
wild.
Yun yung opposite ng
Yun ang
talagang
wild.
totoong sila eh. Oo.
Yun ang matakot ka.
Oo.
Yun ang gusto tinatali ka.
Oo.
Baka magulat ka, I
Yung
thought
mga
you were No.
Naka-glasses lang kunwari sila pero
Oo, you know why? Kasi nga, they have kept their fantasy for a certain period of time.
mm-mm.
And they feel that you cannot bring it out, say it out, because it is not prim and proper.
Tama. And especially sa Philippines, Doc, napaka-judgmental natin lang kasi Catholic tayo,
Yes,
majority.
Yes, yung mga bastos nga na bunganga, yun pang mabait eh.
Oo.
Believe me, totoo, di ba?
Mm-mm.
Yung bastos-bastos, yung, alam mo yung
Tama.
parang coming out with your mouth, pero pag titingnan mo, sila pa ang more
Oo.
tame.
Kasi parang wala silang suppression eh.
Yes.
Parang they can express themselves.
Yes. When you can express, your hormones are more surging at a period of time at nagbabalance.
Balance.
Oo, di ba?
Tama.
Hindi ko sinasabi ang mga conservative there are a few,
Oo.
but not all, but there are some. Diba?
Sooner or later, you have to let it out eh. Kaya pag sinuppress yan, hindi mo pinalabas, maghanap ka ng ibang outlet.
Yes, oo. Ganun rin yan no? Balik tayo sa mga patients natin dito. So, ganun din siya. You keep on asking. Diba? Like, I always tell, those stories that I heard, I always share it with our staff here, our nurse, diba? Si Janice and everything. Minsan sabihin ko, nakakatawa. Ay, ganun. Minsan, hindi naman siya nakakatawa. Minsan, those stories are where the problem is cropping up.
Mm-mm.
So you have to onset na you don't just treat them, you constantly talk to them.
Tama.
Bakit? Bakit ka nagkakaproblema? Bakit hindi So when you constantly treat them, you talk to them. at the end of the day, kasi some people come here just to have their penis, more workable.
Mm-mm.
Wala naman silang problema. When you say more workable, just to test. Alam mo, parang ikaw, mic test.
Check. Oo.
Check. Okay siya. Ano lang.
Pero buti, Doc, sila, aware sila that they have a problem and I need to fix it. May mga iba kasing lalaki never nag-self-medicate. Sila kung ano-ano mga supplements.
Those are pretentious. We have a lot of them. Lalo na mga friends
Oo.
that brought their friend here. Eventually, yung friend nila ang gumawa. Pause, sabi niya, I don't need it. Really.
Typical,
Really
Doc.
na.
Typical.
Talaga. Kaya ko pa yan. Talaga.
Oo.
Ayaw ko lang sabihin. Talaga. O sige.
May nakita ko, Doc, ka-medrep ko, obese siya. No knock-off sa mga obese, pero alam ko pag obese, medyo may something sa blood flow na nagkukos ng ED na rin eh. Pero sa kanya, to think na parang pharmaceutical ka, aware ka sa gamot, yung mode of action, hindi ka believer na kailangan mo ipatreat yung yung junk mo sa professional.
Because nobody wants to be effective. Nobody wants to be a failure. Nobody wants to be labeled. Oh, you have ED.
Mm-mm.
Kung pwede lang lagyan tayo ng dito, yung banner pin.
Oo.
I'm proud to be an ED
Oo.
person. Lumaka nga.
Oo nga,
I'm
ED.
proud to be an ED person. What's that? I'm proud to have erectile dysfunction.
Oh.
Nobody would want that. Especially for men. I think for females, if you have problems with female diseases, okay yan. I think it's more, they're more vocal on that. But the men kasi, with regards to their sexuality, hindi lahat kasi sinasabi.
Alam mo, Dok, anong ginagawa, kung ano-ano kinakain ng mga food, yung mga ari daw ng kabayo, yung soup daw, para daw may something na nagagawa sa...
Ang tanong yan, yun na nga it's very, defective in the sense na parang, bakit mo ginagawa yan? Diba? Diba, Chris? Kala ko okay ka. Ano nung iniinom mo?
Oo, kaya nga. Akala ko ba di ba kailangan ng treatment?
Ang okay, hindi umiinom ng blue pill. Ang okay, hindi pumupunta ng
Binondo para mag-soup number 5.
Ang okay, hindi pumunta sa bar para mag-test kung pwede yan.
Oo, tama.
Diba? If you're married, if I ask your wife, pag okay pa rin kayo, okay.
Oo.
Don't pretend, sabi ko sa wife, yun ang okay.
O
Your conjugal partner is the best test barometer of your being okay.
Tama.
Kasi pag sinabi niya, anong okay? Kasi we're true, 10 taon na tayong
hindi nag-sex.
Okay ka?
Tapos ang exist na mga yan, di na kasi maamor si Miss, kaya nagbibiraws ako eh. Excuses lang yan. Ganun din yung performance
Ang
mo.
ano lang sa akin kasi, mahuhuli mo lang yan. Kung, okay, if you really don't like your, or sabi mo, yung sinabi mo nga ayaw ko na yung miss. Ganun. Pero when you go out and you still have erection, that's another pretending to be having erectile dysfunction. Ibig sabihin, ayaw mo na lang, napagsawaan mo na.
Oo.
No? Sa akin kaya, marami ako nahuhuling ganyan.
Na kunwari may ED pero...
but you go around, you go around the bush and ask questions. Kasi you don't direct. Kasi some don't direct.
Oo.
Minsan, ako may tinanong ako, minsan sabi ko, Dok, sabi na siya, bakit pag wife ko, hirap na hirap ako pag uwi ko ng work ko. Sabi ko, anong work mo? What is your work? Ganun minsan late na. Talaga? Walang nagtutulog din. Do you have a beautiful secretary? Oh, yes. Ang mata bigla na twinkle, Talaga? Oo. So, pareho kayo nag-overtime? Oo naman, Doc. So, pag mag-open up niya, sabi niya, type mo yung secretary mo. Doc, talaga, you're catching...
You have fantasies of her minsan sa banyo.
Alam mo yan, you don't have to be, So, ibig sabihin, sometimes, the person will just have to spill the bean na parang, hindi naman ako, Doc, kasi pag naman, okay naman ako. So, yun na. So, talagang nag-ano siya.
Psychological factor pala yan, Doc, no?
Hindi ka na kailangan yung anong machine yun.
Hindi ako familiar sa machine.
Yung nagsasabi ka ng truth machine.
Yung lie detector test.
Lie detector. Nagsasabi niya sa eventually, sasabihin niya na totoo yun. Ganun yun. But of course, It's always very interesting. Lagi ko sinasabi for ng mga pasyente ko that those are men will be men. Diba?
Yes.
You characterize them then. Okay. If sabihin mo, are they monogamous at a certain period of time? Will they be polygamous at a certain period of time? Bakit Dok sinasabi mo, oh yes. Kasi once they think that, I wanna try this, it's like buying a nice clothes and taking it out from the rack. Suot ko muna. Kung ayaw ko, balik ko ulit. Alam mo, matatawa ka. Parang balik ko ulit. O, nasukat ko na eh. So, ganun rin siya. Tikim-tikim. Kaya na uso yun, tikim-tikim. O, yun ang problema mo.
Oo.
Pag hindi ka careful, hindi ka marunong, yung tikim-tikim mo, maging laging mo pupuntahan, maging ulam mo.
Oo. Ang problema lang, Dok, sa mga tikim-tikim, pwede kang makakuha ng berus.
Yan ang mga sinasabi. Yun, pwede ka magkaroon ng mga sakit na under the classification of sexually transmitted.
Tapos mabubuhat yung asawa mo, bakit ako nagkaroon ng sakit? Ikaw, safe ka naman, safe naman ako.
Kasi sabi niya, ewan ko. Malay ko.
Nagising na lang ako isang araw.
Meron na gano'n. Talaga, asisisihan na kayo. Baka ikaw.
Di ba? Kasi walang gusto umamin.
Oh, yes. Di ba? It will be the truth, her truth, or your truth. May mga ganyan pasyente akong ganda. Diba? Bisa sabihin niya, Dok, wala naman, mabait ako. Talaga behave. Bakit ka ni-refer ng hobby ng asawa mo?
Oo.
Gusto na check mo ako. Para i-clear mo ako. Paano i-clear? Bago kita i-clear, magsabi ka ng totoo sa akin.
Oo.
The patient will...
Meron naman kayo, Doc, parang diba yung patient and doctor, yung privacy ba?
Yes. You don't tell. But of course, through experience and all patients, you tend to have like, more or less, alam mo na yung mga stories coming out.
Oo. May pattern na eh.
So, yun ang mga mga things that are kind of very nice, no? That's why we see them a lot. In this area naman, we see mga problems of very long maintenance of the pill na hindi na nag-work. So we have machines here that fix that up. So those who cannot appreciate their John or their male organs because they're kind of small, parang we fix them up. We do things.
Surgically?
Not really surgical, non-invasive.
Okay.
Basta hindi naman masyado. There are needles involved, but not.
Parang acupuncture, Dok, yung dating.
Stem cell.
Meron kayo dito? Ay, nako, yan ang kailangan natin.
Yan.
Stem cell,
You encourage the cells that are degenerating and you inject more new ones or new young cells. Rejuvenate.
Kaya pala regenerative medicine,
Yes.
Dok. Okay. So, Dok, usually, Dok, magkano ang stem cell? So, yan yung napo-force ko pa naging 40
Pag-usapan natin yan kasi the package are sensible.
Okay.
They're sensible enough as compared to abroad. So, okay naman siya. It will work on, may iba kasi they do the combination treatment. The others, they do the single combination. May iba, depending on what you need. Kasi dito depending what you need. Ano ba ang gusto mo?
Sa tuhod mo ba kailangan yan?
Oo, parang gusto ko, Doc, ma-improve lang ang erection ko. So, this is, Doc, gusto ko ma-improve. Gusto ko pang lalong tumibay, lalong lumakas, lalong parang yung maging parang binata yung ari ko. Well, we do that combination for you.
So, therapy and then yung treatment, stem cell treatment. Depende kung ano yung need ng individual.
Exactly. Ano ba ang gusto mo? Kasi pag pumunta ka dito, ano ba ang gusto mo? It's not that you came here because you want to interview me.
Oo.
No. Dok, nakita namin sa internet ito. Yan ang sinasabi ko. So when you saw our center, our clinic in the internet, it arouses your sensuality. It's a bit ibig ko sabihin, or may problema ako, pupunta ako dyan. Ganyan lahat. Yan ang unang tanong ko sa kanila. How did you know about the clinic? Oh, yan ang tanong ko. Yan ang number 1 tinatanong ko. Dok, ganyan. I was referred, may ganyan talaga. Did you came here with your own delusion? Voluntary. Baka napilit ka. Most of them are voluntary.
Kasi they know. They were educated.
Yes.
Kasi Doc, kahit nasabihin mong big thing yung stem cells sa other countries, sa Pinas medyo tayo close-minded.
Wala pa. Actually, wala pa dito.
Wala pa, no?
I'm the one the first doing it.
Grabe. Actually, yan na nga yung hinahanap ko, Doc. Pero
Para sa'yo?
hindi naman, Doc. Kasi
In the future.
ang pinaplano ko na 40, mag-TTRT ba ako? Parang kasi, nakikita ko yung mga ibang, mga sinusunod akong podcast, sila Joe Rogan, Andrew Huberman. Parang yun yung way to go, Stem cell treatment.
Actually, we talk about aging, no? I think you've invited people to talk about aging, yung ano. So, when you talk about aging, it doesn't only comprise of the skin, the face, and then you have other organs that you do not want to fade. So, kaya napunta doon anti-aging, you have medications, you have pills, you have capsules, you have supplements that prevents aging to progress. Yan ang sinasabi. So, you stop it for a certain period
of time. Gets.
Kasi pag hindi, dire-diretso siya. Ibig sabihin, kung hindi mo inayos ang mild erectile dysfunction mo, dire-diretso kang iiwanin ni Junjun. To one time that you will think na parang wala na, iniiwan ka na. As in, wala. Alam mo yon?
Useless na siya.
The feeling is scary.
Doc, meron din akong mga kilalang ganyan na hindi ko alam kung in denial ba yung term. Dati kasi mga babaero to mga to Biglang, ayoko na. Stick to one woman man na ako doon ako sa misis ko. Na parang, sabi ko, okay naman yon pero siguro may problem. Kaya hindi ka kasing kisig dati.
Meron yan.
May problem ka. Tapos excuse mo lang na parang hindi ka na nag-beer house o baka nahihiya ka makita ng yung junk mo, baka hindi na siya
kasi when you have a all men party or all men group session, it's difficult to be
open,
diba? So kahit hindi, sinasabi mong oo.
Kasi ayaw mong pahiya.
Pare, ikaw okay? Ay, oo, talagang with such gestures of
Doc.
Oh, yes. Talaga.
Exaggerated na kwento. Natira ko yan. Oo.
Anong gagawin mo? That's a trick that's a very good, nice trick to say. Halika pare, punta tayo sa bar. Bigyan kita ng babae. Ay, wag na. Kailangan ako ng misis.
Ha? Diba?
Ay,
may something.
Ngayon na, pakita mo. Hindi ka na, pag pumayag naman, sige. Sabihin mo yung kinuha mo. Sabihin mo yung babae kinuha. Ano performance? 1 to 5. Diyos ko, sir. Parang chess kami. Alam mo, they will always say and they will make excuses. Pag malalaman mo, yan ang ko sa iyo yan ang turo ko
assignment ko.
Makikita mo yan, mag-i-excuse. Ay, hindi mo. Meron akong tawag, gano'n.
Pwede ba yun?
Di ba naglabas tayo, nagkita-kita tayo? Nagkataon na merong biglang ganyan na idea, the prop up. Isa-isa tayo
Tama.
Meron aatras. Yung nag-aatras.
Yun na yun, check.
Yun na yun.
Check ko lang, Doc, kung rolling pa. Yan. Oo nga, Doc. Doc, actually, meron akong kaibigan. Abogado to Ayoko ng pangalanan. Kasi manood ng podcast. Yun yung problema niya. Kasi, for the longest time, single siya.
Okay.
Single siya. Pero, ang excuse niya, feeling ko, is because he's looking for the right girl. Pero very successful naman siya. Pero feeling ko lang kaya nahihirapan siyang dumiga sa mga kababaihan. Kasi baka may something inside of him na may defect.
something inside of him o may ibang preference?
Hindi ko pa alam. Hindi ko pa alam. Pero kasi dati, meron kaming gig. Nanood siya. Nakapag-uwi siya ng girl
Mm.
na binigay ko sa kanya. Pinakilala ko sa kanya na uwi niya.
Nakilala mo naman, yung girl na yun, kilala mo?
Friend ko yung girl.
Okay naman daw.
Hindi. Hindi nag-perform. Hindi daw tumigas si Patotoy.
Anong hindi nag-perform? Hindi sila totally nag-usap lang?
I mean, mag-sex sana sila. Kaso hindi tumigas si Junjun.
Ayun na nga, nag-usap lang. Oo. Parang nag-coffee na lang sana kayo.
Oo.
Sinabi mo sa girl, nag-coffee na lang kayo.
Pero yung sinabi niya kasi nung friend ko na abogado, lasing daw siya the night before. Sabi ko, the next morning, kasi di ba natulog naman sa bahay niya yung girl?
No, okay. Don't always blame alcohol.
Oo.
Alcohol at certain point, at certain level of people, hindi ka palasing. Kung hindi ka pa alcohol intoxication, sometimes that thing can stimulate.
Oo.
But if you're over intoxication alcohol, wala siya.
Patay na yan. Oo.
So, di ba? So, it doesn't, suffice in court. They used to have that in the court because he's so drunk, he cannot rape you. Ginagamit lagi yan. Yan ang nilulusot ngayon. Ang ngayon tanong, gaano ka ba kalasing? Iyon ang tatanungin mo.
Tama.
May iba, lasing, naglalasing-lasingan. So, you have to be very careful on that.
Kaya.
Because your alcohol tolerance is very high. Kung lasing ka is total knockdown,
wala na yun.
wala yun. Hindi tatayo si Manoy yun.
Pero-
Imposible. Tapos sasabihin mo, lasing-lasing ka, wala ka na tapos tatayo si Manoy. Huh? Are you imagining things? Ganon. Pero pag yung, alam mo pa yung surrounding mo, uminom ka,
Oo.
ay, may mangyayari yun. Masama.
Kaya nga. So either kung di tumigas yun, meron kang psychological trauma or whatever, or
Bakit ka matotrauma? Ibinigay mo ng babae.
hindi ko nga alam, Dok.
Pinag-usapan natin yung friend mo.
Hindi ko nga alam, Dok. Kasi parang feeling ko may problem lang siya down there. Tapos parang, bata pa kasi siya eh. Kaya parang feeling ko in denial siya na parang, baka wala naman akong problem kasi bata pa ako eh.
Oo.
Pero feeling ko meron.
Okay. So, maaring meron na matagal, hindi lang na
Or hindi siya open
Na-
magpa-treat or
Okay,
mag-seek
yes,
ng
yes.
medical
Pwede
advice.
Pwede yun.
Gaano ba kabata, Dok, ang naging pasyente sa clinic?
Ilang taon yun? 21, no?
Sabihin mo 21, no?
Tinalaw talaga at par yung secretary. 21? Around 21.
21? Grabe.
Yeah.
37 na ako to. Malapit-lapit.
Kasama pa niya yung mga tita niya at nani niya.
Buti very supportive sila, no?
Oo, umiyak pa nga yung nani niya, yung nagkaroon tayo ko. Oh, congratulations, may erection pala.
Parang yung pelikula ni Edo Manzano to nung araw, yung Ang Kabit ni Mrs. Montero.
Hindi kasi, okay, you have to look at it in, may sakit ba, it's all, kung walang other comorbidity, when you say metabolic, no, yung
Syndrome.
mga
Diabetes.
endocrine o diabetes, gano'n. It's mental health. Diba? May problem sa CNS niya other than, the usual. Baka gano'n.
Tama. Kasi Dok, di ba yung mga, pag may metabolic problem ka, yung sa mga nerves ba or sa mga arteries, yung blood flow going to the...
No, it will affect your libido.
Pati yung hormones.
Libido yun.
Oo.
The nerves kasi is a support for touch sensation. So, you touch the nerve. Diba? So, and you control the erection to what you're thinking.
Oo.
Parang, mataas ang hormones ko ngayon. Nalibugan ako. There's a libido. You term as libido. Then after that, I see. I feel the heat, the sensation, the sensual thing. Then doon na yung nerve, yung nerve stimulation mo. Because what? You're touching your genitalia. Somebody's touching it, Andun na yun.
Saka Dok, di ba, pag mababa na yung hormones, like for example, testosterone, nagbabago din yung itsura ng katawan ng male, di ba? Mas nagiging more feminine ba sila, ganun? Or mas nagiging, hindi na sila kasing kisig nung araw?
No, there might be changes because of course, you still have the female hormones. There might be changes for certain reasons because of, tama ka, metabolic, ganun. But nevertheless, kasi if your testosterone is still high, you will still have erection. No problem with that.
Pero pag low na, medyo wala ka ng libido.
Wala kang libido, but it doesn't mean na wala kang erection.
Okay.
So wala kang libog, tumatayo pa yan. Kasi nga, sabi ko, that is connected to a vascular and nerve. Diba? Iba yan. You have to divide all sexual aspect of the sexuality in it.
Tama. Iba't ibang system yan.
Oo, you can do it mechanically, pero hindi ka naman satisfied.
Oo.
Kasi hindi masyadong malibog.
Oo.
Diba? Tama ba yun? It's like, you can do it. It's a mechanical thing. You instruct the thing to do erection, then that's done. Pero hindi ka satisfied because hindi tama ang timpla ng yung hormones mo. Yung
sa katawan, yung balance niya. Oo.
Pag tama yan, maganda yan. Oo.
May
It
sukatan.
echoes.
Dok, may
Climb every mountain.
may song no?
Ganun.
So, Dok, may sukatan kayo kung ilan na yung testosterone count nung...
We do blood exam.
Okay. Blood work, no?
Again, like when you say, you have to be, hypothetical in all this and make it fun when you do consultation. I used to make it fun so that yung men, yung patients natin who come, hindi masyadong anxious.
Oo.
Kasi minsan alam na nila yan, anxious masyado. Then para ma-understand nila, there is still a corrective way. Ako kasi lagi ko sinasabi, in any disease entity, gagawa tayo ng paraan to maximize it na ako ganun ang attitude ko. May iba kasi parang diretso sabi, ay wala na yan, tingnan muna natin.
Oo.
Kasi kung hindi pwede dito, baka ibang aspect.
Oo,
Yung sensual aspect mo, yung sa libido mo, okay. Minsan okay naman malibu. Sabi ng lalo na mga 70, 80, hindi na tumatayo. Gusto lang nila malibukan. So, you make way for that. Kasi totally, pag wala na, the mechanical and the thing is, wala na. You're You're a walking wooden stick.
Grabe. Doc, di ba you're friends with Regine Tolentino?
Yes.
For a time, Doc, si Regine naging parang sensual guru. Parang yung
She still is.
She's a sensual guru.
She still is.
Kaso parang hindi niya masyadong i-known yun, no? Na parang, ngayon ba nagtuturo siya ng ganun? Parang,
she she's the queen of Zumba.
oh, sensual dancing.
Oo.
May BCD ako dyan dati.
Talaga?
Oo,
You fantasize
nakailang rin ako dyan.
Oh my God.
sorry.
Marcy. She's my kumare. She's Hindi, I always,
Nakakatulong kasi, Doc,
one conversation I had with her, sabi ko, alam mo, Mare, people look at you as the goddess, the princess, and everything, no? But they have to look on the other side of the fence because she is so personified of a tao at baseline. Ano ibig sabihin? Walang hang up. Walang hang... Alam mo yung talagang taong tao. Pag alam mo sino tao, hindi maarte, hindi mo feel na artista. Grabe ka. Sabi ko sa kanya, this is my experience, sabi ko, she will approach you and talk to you. Ano naman ako? Diba? Diba? Ganun talaga. Tapos kaya na marami siyang followers. Nakikita mo, she will greet you. May iba kasi parang, artista, maganda ako.
Siya hindi.
Hindi.
Ini-immerse yung sarili niya sa crowd.
And you see her, ay wala. Siguro pag nakita mo, wala. Ako kasi friend ko, sabi ko, ganda-ganda mo, alam mo, bait-bait mo, sobra-sobra ka. Sabi niya, ikaw naman.
Ako, Doc, starstruck ako kay Regine.
You haven't seen her,
in person, Doc, kasi
in person.
Kinuha yan ng Boehringer Ingelheim for a national conference. So, syempre, nung buwa sa stage, parang ako yung unang-una pa.
Alam mo, sabihin ko sa kanya,
picture.
We'll have podcast.
Sige daw.
Baka hindi ka magtanong, ako nang tatanong.
Tatlo tayo, Doc.
Tatlo tayo.
Sige.
You'll enjoy.
Kaya, Doc.
Ay, she is
Set
so...
natin yan.
Ano ba yan? Intellectually beautiful. Walang magagalit,
Oo.
May iba kasi beautiful but not intellectual.
Oo, marami niyan.
Marami ba?
Sa Instagram world, marami niyan. Puro mukha lang, wala namang brains.
Oo, diba? Ganun.
Kasi Dok, ang naisip...
Wala, nasaan ang brain?
Hindi ko alam eh. Nilamon na ng TikTok yung brain. Pero Dok, ang hoping for ako kay Regine sana. Kasi walang ano eh, yung parang walang sensual guru sa Pinas eh. Dati si Asia Alcawili ba yun? Siya yung parang pinipega sexual guru na nagtuturo ng ano. Pero parang kay Regine mas bagay yun eh. Kasi mas informative, hindi masyadong sleazy.
No, she's more of health guru buff ganun.
Sa mga workout.
Yes,
No?
in fashion actually. She's my fashion stylist. She styles everything. This is from her.
Yan. Oo nga.
Lahat yan. No, sabi niya, Parsi ako mag-style sa'yo. Go
Hindi
ahead.
ka mukhang scrub suit, Dok, eh. Parang pang-gimmick.
Pang-gimmick. Style niya yan. Sabi niya, sige, go ahead. I let her because, you know why? Then I do not chain her to her ideas. And second, I want to see how much I can reach up to her level of style.
Oo.
Kasi minsan sabi niya, Toki, ito kaya mong suotin. Anong kulay yan? I never wore those colors. It will go well with you. So ngayon, you have to see, she's making a few more for me.
So she has a clothing line, Dok?
Yes, meron siya. Tapos meron siya mga costumes na you can borrow or rent.
Wow. May shop siya or online?
May shop siya.
Saan tong shop niya?
Malapit sa Broadway Center. Gusto niya.
Shout out.
Gusto. Hindi, ayun live to. I'll ask her if we can have podcast. But I have to be there.
Tato tayo, Dok. Siyempre, mahilang naman ako.
Talaga? Mahila.
Well, maganda kong na Dok.
Lolokohin kita. I will see your sexual flesh.
Gusto ko kasi, Dok, ikabit yung... Kasi, di ba, ang focus yung men. Tapos, maganda may perspective ka ng female. Tapos, professional.
Hindi mo siya matanong ng maayos.
Ay, hindi. Professional tayo.
Are you sure?
We will keep it professional.
Are you sure?
Hindi ko pa masabi.
Kasi I'm telling you, ako nga, pag nakikita ko, kasi I've introduced her to some of my friends. At manghang-mangha sila sa kanya.
Oo, English speaking.
Maliban doon. She's very, fluent and eloquent.
Oo.
Brainy nga eh. Beauty and brain intelligence.
Beauty, brains, as yung katawan. Grabe.
Oo. Tsaka hindi, walang retoke.
Oo. Stem cell.
Sorry. Hindi, wala.
Wala.
Everything is, natural.
Yung Doc, no, even sa mga male na tropa ko, lahat sila nakafocus dun sa mga surgically, kung pwede mo lang sana kasing i-manipulate through yung mga workouts, through eating healthy, eating right. Lahat sila parang focus sila sa, hindi, magpapa-surgery ako.
Kasi siguro siya, even before she's beautiful. Pinag-usapan ka namin. Hindi, pero, connected siya sa akin. Hindi, tama ka rin naman kasi most of the time, most of my guy friends, mga doon, Joseph, i-invite mo si Regine. Kasi close kay ni Regine, my God. Sabi ko, sige, sabihin ko kasi, kung may time siya. Hindi, sabihin mo, may time, tatawagan mo lang yan, papayag. Most of the time kasi, yung mga greetings na ganyan, she will, entertain that. But, interview, you'll have, your day.
Sige, Doc.
It will be so exciting, Chris.
And
yung pala.
Tapos, Doc, kasi ako na-expose ako dun sa, yung sa entertainment part ng kung paano nag-self-medicate yung mga ibang men na 60s and up. Na meron kasi tinatawag na omase, yung parang piano bar sa BGC. So doon pumunta yung mga lolo, 60 years old, 50 years old, tapos meron silang katabi mga sexy na babae. Hindi naman beer, parang semi-high class beer house. Parang hindi naman sleazy manamit, mga naka-gown. Tapos usap-usap lang, parang therapy. Tapos doon, nagiging okay yung well-being ng...
Kasi they want to, kasi some of my patients are on that category. They still want to feel that, their manlyhood will not leave them. Even though they realize it for a certain period of time, wala na. they've tested, they've been medicated, they tried things, no? Yeah. Sinusubukan pa rin nila para at least masabi nila na, uy, okay pa.
Oo.
Trial yan eh. Oo. Kaya minsan yung mga ganyan so old, hindi na sumasama, di ba? Gusto na lang nandyan lang sila.
Ethics lang.
Parang feeling.
Saka, Dok,
Copy.
ang simple nga lang ng mga kaligayahan ng mga old men ngayon eh. May makausap silang batang magandang babae, masaya na sila doon. Hawak-hawak lang.
Nakakataas ng hormones.
Oo, di ba? Di ba? So, scientific.
Yun.
Oo.
Oo, totoo yun. Nakakataas. Yung natitira mo, nakakataas
Oo, yung parang makatabi mo lang siya, tuwang-tuwa.
Oo, ay malay mo, magkaroon ka ng semi-erection. Why
Oo.
not?
Iha, ito. Bigyan ka
Yung ka ng bigay ng bigay. Ito
Bigyan
naman, tuwan-tuwa naman.
Gusto mo ng kondo. Oh. Kaya maraming mga sugar babies nowadays.
Pinupunteriya nila, yung mga matatanda.
Oo.
Yung mga established.
Mm-mm. Kasi akala ng matatanda, yun yung parang gamot, yung magandang babae. Pero kailangan mo lang talaga magpa-therapy dito sa Center for Regenerative Medicine Empire.
Yes.
Oo.
You
niyo
like
sayang.
the place?
Oo.
Very nice, no?
Ang ganda ng place. Hindi nyo kailangan na magandang model na bata, napeperahan lang kayo. Patake nyo yung, disorder.
Oh, hindi, meron naman dito. There's are funny. There are some of my clients. Of course, I will, the names are ko. May kikita mo, may kasama sila. Alam mo, baka secretary. Pero, feeling mo, chicks sila.
Oh, supportive
Supportive. Pero minsan sabihin ko, hinay-hinay lang, ha? Katatapos lang na therapy ni tatay, ha? Mayos ka.
Baka masira mo yung niya.
Masira mo yung niya.
Lang, maintenance lang yan. Parang kotse pala, Dok, no? Parang tune up.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting. This is part of my profession that it takes away the monotonous doing things in the
sa industriya
world.
Ngayon, come to think of it, Doc, na naging deeper na yung knowledge ko sa clinic, parang nakikita ko paano siya magpo-progress palalo eh. Magbabranch out siya, hindi lang dito, parang siguro may mga therapists na kayo eventually na i-consult muna before mag-go into therapy.
Yes. Eventually, that will happen in the next few years. Kasi wellness will be one of the many spring-fold protocols that you need in the next few centuries.
Tama.
Because of the fast pace of the global yung world natin. No? So people will be more stressful, yung anxiety levels will be very high, tapos yung mental status, and that will greatly affect especially the maleness of the individuals. We're not saying that it will happen sooner or later, but eventually, no, lalo na pag may mga pasyente, you have to accept that rational thinking. Kasi minsan may iba sabihin, no, it will not happen to me. I'm 50 years old, 60 years old. Talaga lang Kung ako nga, minsan iniisip ko, what if that happened to me? Which is not yet. Parang when I wake up in the morning, alam mo, kasi I see a lot of patients like that. Paano pag nangyari? What will be my emotional situation? Will I go into a turmoil or whatever? Or ganyan.
Will you hate the world, hate everyone, diba?
Or just do what you're doing to them. Gratify. Kung ano ginagawa mo sa kanila, gawa mo sa sarili mo. Pwede na naman. Pero siyempre, of course, dapat nating lagi natin sinasabi, kung meron innovation, if there are things that are being done, not in your industry and our industry, you have to try it. May iba kasi parang kung hindi naman masyadong surgically involved, if there are innovations or management that are a bit non-invasive, kaya mo naman, why not? It's always like that.
Tama.
I believe in those aspects. Rather than not, and just say it in parang to make stories or in parang hihiga ka na lang, upo ka na lang. Ano kayang gagawin ko? Parang, pwede ba? May mangyayari pa. Mahirap yun.
Oo.
How can you know if you don't try?
Saka maging open ka na parang hindi ka lang pwedeng maupo at antayin mo na lang mamatay ka dyan o hindi na gumana yung
Ikaw yung
Jun.
magsisisi sarili mo. Diba?
ayoko ng ganung filosofiya, Doc, na parang, mo na, ganyan talaga eh. Napaka-close-minded na
Yes.
pag-iisip.
Hindi pwedeng ganyan. Laging, you have to work on it. Try to seek a better avenue or treatment that you can do.
Tama.
Pag hindi, di wala na talaga. At least doon mo masasabi na, I really did my best.
Oo.
And my best is
Was it enough? Parang ganta eh, no?
Yun.
Tama.
Diba? Parang gano'n.
So, Doc, very informative. Pwede na, we can end on that note na, no?
Yes.
Okay.
Oo.
So,
Hindi, lagi ko sinasabi, Chris, thank you for inviting me for this little talk in your podcast channel. Really, very overwhelming for me. Not because we're friends, but sometimes, naman mga conversation na ganyan might be something of help to some
Oo
of
naman.
our men, di ba? Yung mga lagi natin sinasabi, we should be truthful to ourselves.
tama.
Kung meron problema, punta na, seek mga management pwede nating gawin.
Professional, scientific
At saka po,
base.
kailangan professional
Oo, wag yung kayo mag-self-medicate dyan.
Saan kayo?
Yung pangit sa mga ibang lalaki, Doc, kung ano-ano iniinom, pinakain.
Then you get problems, mahirap.
Oo. Sige. Doc, thank you very much.
Yes, and I hope our next conversation will be with my good friend.
Regine Tolentino.
Talaga gusto mo, no?
Shout out.
Look at your
Siyempre.
face.
Doc, may picture ako niyan eh. Nung
Talaga?
medrep pa ako, nakaakbay ako. Tapos yung mga ibang medrep na inggit eh. Parang, uy, ako rin pa-picture.
Talaga?
Tapos ka lang. Kinapala ko yung mukha ko.
Bata ka pa noon.
Mga 23.
And she was very young.
Oo.
Oh, talaga?
Pakita ko sa inyo, Doc, mamaya. Nakaakbay ako sa kanyang ganun eh.
Yeah, I'll show it to her. Kasi sometimes, minsan na she will recall naman. Sabi ko, sino yan? Sabi ko, actually, this one wants to interview you. Oo. She's so, crush mo ba siya? Fantasy.
Fantasy. Kasi very ako doon, aggressive ako, Doc, nung bata akong medrep. So parang, after ng NAT ko, lahat sila nahihiya. Ba't ka mahihiya? Tao din naman si Regine. So parang, Miss Regine, pwede mag-pictures lahat ng ahente, pati mga boss. Parang, uy, kami rin. Kayo magsabi, no?
Kaya alam mo, hindi, before we end your episode, alam mo, kaya natatawa ako minsan sabi. Hindi naman natatawa. Parang, I'm really happy and blessed that I met her and we become good friends. And talking buddies when we pag nag-usap kami ang tagal. Everything under the sun. So napaproud rin ako siguro. Alam mo in the sense na she accepted me as a friend, 'di ba? Yung mga events niya. Alam mo, kasi big star yan eh. Di naman tayo star.
Tama.
'Di ba? So, yun. Nakakatawa, nakaka-proud. And kaibigan mo siya na siya ay sikat na sikat. Maraming humahanga. Parang ikaw.
Parang kayo, Doc.
Oo, di ba?
Pasalamat ako, kaibigan ko kayo eh. Kayo ang celebrity doctor eh.
Alam mo, pag nag-greet siya sa mga guy friends ko, talagang nagwawala sila.
Parang,
oh my God, thank you! Kasi siya, malambing siya. When she greets, magagawin pa yung mo. Pag ginanyan ka.
Ay,
pala
Baka mabuhay si Manoy.
Okay.
Anyway, with that, lahat ng link ng Empire Center for Regenerative Medicine nalagay ko sa baba, sa link. Tapos, do the blood work here, stem cell treatment, at take care of your junk.
Ulo sa lahat ng mga nagmamahal.
Thank you. We out.
Sa lahat ng mga nasasaktan.